Okay. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Asking myself. Of course not. We haven't even started. I'm gonna start the game though. Oh my. Yeah. Oh, I didn't reset the timer at the counter. That's okay. No, I need to reset the counter. I need to go to the main menu. I need to restart the counter. I need to quit the game real quick. And I need to restart and remove the counter reset. There we go. If you reset the counter, you can quit the game, and then when you restart it next time, you see how far you've driven in the last session. Wait, bounces a bit. It's a bit stupid that it selects a new song each time. Each time you start the game, it selects a new song from the radio. Can't remember which song you've been in, but that's just because the game resets a ton of things when you restart it. No? Like the grip is reset, the physics are reset. The guns are reset, bullet holes are reset, enemies that spawned are partially reset. Corpses are partially removed, not all of them, but partially removed. Nice. Some reason the steering got more aggressive. I don't understand why that is. Like the steering has changed to become a lot more aggressive.
I'm Shane and this is Neon Synth.
I should probably stay on.
So good to be here, so good to live here. Where? I don't tell you. I am sure you would like to know my address and get to know me.
There's a corner here.
Can't do that, honey.
A bend, rather, whatever you want to call it in English. Corner, bend, turn.
With an Italian, but
I don't know how it's
honestly, I
thought it was a curve, but there's so many names for it.
That voice had an ass,
the corner it is when there's a building and multiple streets, I guess. It's a corner. It's a bend also if there's a road and it goes multiple ways, or if it's a road or street. Curve is the directly architectural, and the actual label for it, the scientific, so to say, label. Turn. A curve is the actual label for the shape of it. A bend, I don't know. Anyways, it bends like a snake here. Blip, 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 blip. When I thought at first, when I played the game and I switched to a certain biome, I thought it would also make the biome the same, so mountains would be snow, and grassland is flat, because it looked like that. When I switched to snow, it was very mountainy, and when I switched, to when I switched to grassland, it was flat. But it turns out it isn't like that at all. It's still random. It's still entirely random. The game is randomly generating, and it doesn't really care about biome. So you can play an all desert and an all snow or all, grassland playthrough, and it will still randomly select the terrain. The terrain is randomly made, so yeah, you can have mountains in grassland as well. So changing the biome doesn't affect the spawning of mountains and hills and, rocky areas and flatland. Is just random, completely random. Shaving up a few hundred meters now here. That's no save, no time save. It's nice flat land though, beautiful. And it goes immediately. You can see if the road is visible, not flat. If you can only see the poles, that means the land is flat. But as soon as you can see the actual road as a black speck in the distance, or a gray speck in the distance, if you can see the actual road as a gray or dark gray or black speck in the distance, then you know that it's going up the hill. If the road is not visible in the distance, it means it's flat land, perfectly flat. But as soon as you can see the road, it means there's a bump. See that? There's a bump here. It goes down and it goes up again, and in the distance it goes back up again, see? If you can't see the road, if you can only see the poles, the light poles, that means the land is flat. The way you're driving follows the road's contour. As soon as you can see the road as a black line or black speck, that means the road is going up or down from your point of view. If you're on a hill and it goes up and you can see the road, that means the road is flattening down there again. Just a perspective thing. So yeah, technically you can only see the road in your direct vicinity on flat land, but the distant road you can't see, because it's as flat as the land itself. So you cannot really see that far. See, I told you it's going hilly, it's going up and down and down and up. Ugh.
Okay, next song. Neon Synth Radio, the radio where even pooping is sexy.
Blah.
FM 98.4.
And I knew that was gonna happen. It's not a good song anyways, it's a stupid song. Oh, I'm gonna give it a birth. No, I did. Oh, I fucked up. I got too close. Yeah, I got too close to the mansion. If the radio stutters for a second, that means the game loaded. The game loaded something big, and yeah, it just loaded that mansion. Fuck. Well, every item that's loaded slows the game down. So good luck. The game is such a complicated map, it's crazy. I prefer it doesn't. could be a bit more simplistic, but it's okay. I mean, it loads fast. That's the only thing that not Unreal, Unity. Why was I saying Unreal? The Unity engine is good at that, at rendering, at quickly processing math. That's the only thing it's good at, processing math relatively quickly.
Try our new product, the Jizz on It car polish. You just grab it with your hands, pull on it a few times, and boom, you already got some jizz on it. With our new powerful product, cleaning and making your car shiny is as easy as a breeze. It protects from rain,
acid
rain,
volcanic ashes,
atomic ashes. Hell, it even protects against terrorism. Jizz on it. If there is something wrong with it, just jizz on it.
Wow, 1877 already. Whoa, soon we have that. Nah, it's gonna load that thing as well. The light poles need to be on the right side of the road. That means we're missing no distance. We're driving perfectly the right way. The right way is right side of the road, the poles. Yeah, there's a hill in the way here for the road, see? Oh, I hate it. It could have stayed flat land, but it chose not to. Hopla, flipped, sliding? Or flipping, yeah. I need to find a flat piece of land. Okay. Best to stand there by the bend, by that bend down there, yeah. There's a porta potty, or not a porta potty, but a backwoods potty, like a yard potty, like a toilet out in the yard. Can you believe people still have that in America? Crazy. Brake is need to check the oil real quick. Well, the oil is decent, but it's still not perfect. I want to leave this thing here.
I was hungry and I thought to myself,
also, what? A little later. Also want to leave this thing at home here.
Bye, my friends. Lots of hugs.
There's a bucket. Gotta be careful with the bucket. Can I fill the bucket in there? Yeah, I can. Oh shit, I tripped it immediately. Oh, I hate it. Okay. Oh, God. It's wobbling. Hey, 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 hey. As soon as this is at an angle, it flips It drains the bucket completely. I don't want that. Okay. Gotta take the bucket in one way, in the back, and the barrel in the front. Very good. Okay. Good. That means everything is back with oil. The fuel is still okay-ish. I mean, the indicator for the fuel is only... The fuel indicator is only... I need to look what that is called in English. Geeicht English. Calibrated. Exactly, it's calibrated. It's calibrated for the vehicle that it comes from. So, if the vehicle has a 50-liter fuel reservoir, that bus will show full until the tank is already empty almost. So if the truck has a fuel tank of 250 liters or something, or bus rather, so the bus will show full until the very, very end, when it's actually really low fuel. It's only at 50 liters. So then it will start showing, oh, the fuel is getting empty. The fuel is... Shut the fuck up, you pansy, you fucking queer. Anyways, it actually is almost empty. It's the truth. It shows, oh, it's slowly emptying, but it's relative to the complete volume of the tank. It is actually empty. Like, if the thing shows half fuel, that means 25 liters or 20 liters. This thing shows half, but the tank is actually at a tenth. It's not half, it's a tenth. So that's the danger. The fuel meters are good for the calibrated for the car or vehicle they come from, but they are dangerous to use when using them inside of any other vehicle. Because you think, oh, still full, oh, it's always full, hey, this thing never gets empty, it's always full, and then all of a sudden you see the fuel goes down like you think, oh well, I have to refuel a bit, but in the end you have to pour like 6 barrels in. You have to grab like 6 barrels. With a normal car, if it shows half, you need to pour like half a barrel in, or a barrel and it's full. But with the bus or a truck, you have to pour multiple barrels in to get it back full. That's the danger. You misjudge the volume because the indicator is calibrated for the old vehicle. But that's okay. I'm not using it for the fuel display, I'm using it for the temperature display and for the RPMs. I'm not using it for, like, actually, you know, senseful input, like... I'm not using it for the senseful input, like, oh yeah, well, what is this? Oh yeah, the fuel? Oh, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not using it for that. It's not even... because it's not calibrated. It doesn't work. So will I. I'm so good. So will I. Okay, well, oh, nice. See, that's what I mean. If it's making a bend physically seen like that, it means that you can physically see the bend. It's going up and down again. This is like a... It's like a defilade. It goes down and then up again. Like a depression. It goes defilate and down and back up. Like a small creek or something that is dried out, or a large river that is dried out here. Like a riverbed. Ugh. Sucks. See, that's what I mean. It bounces and jumps a little bit and bounces and wobbles. Yeah.
Need a gun? Afraid to use a real one?
No.
Try our Mighty Stick BB
Mighty
gun.
Stick
It's the
BB gun.
strongest
Hey,
of the
1906.
BB guns, reported to kill even
Hey,
mutated
hey,
snowman.
we've driven
Might be good
1906.
against
Wow,
rabbits
we're
too.
almost at
Be sure to
2,000
keep a lot of
kilometers, dude.
ammo on yourself. Mighty Stick BB gun.
Had to
The
celebrate
best
a little
BB
bit.
gun around.
Best music that comes in mind for celebrating would be We Gotta Celebrate from Daft Punk, but any licensed music is a good death sentence. Hi Satanan. So the vehicle doesn't block, the wheels don't block, the brake has really big troubles making the wheels to block hard. But there the wheels block, that means the braking is suddenly greatly increased like this. So I'm gonna pause and sleep after this. Fuck driving at night. Also, don't skip time and let the engine running. You will burn oil and fuel.
Maybe because of you guys out there.
You can hear it from the radio. The radio skips music, so if you have music running and you turn on the sleeping, it skips the music. That's because the time is actually accelerated and skipping. So if you have the engine running, it uses oil and fuel, even though idling. It uses oil and fuel at an extremely accelerated rate. So yeah, if you are low on fuel, or in general, if you have the engine running, don't sleep. Turn the engine off before sleeping. Otherwise it burns excessive amounts of fuel and oil. And cooler can also be used if you sleep during the day, for example. If you try to sleep during the day when you're in a desert, oof, the engine a few engines overheat. A few engines actually overheat, even in such a tame environment as the desert. If idling, just idling the engine overheats it. See, this is what I mean. You can see the distance road. You can see there a speck of the road. You can see it in the distance. It goes up. You can see it. Yeah, the road is like, again, riverbed or a large defilade here. It goes down like a crater or mountains or something. It goes down and then back up again. Ugh. So if you sleep in the desert, most engines will be fine, but there's a few engines that'll overheat. The V8 is one of them. Even idling, it just overheats. And if the cooler boils, it evaporates really fast. The coolant usually evaporates either ways. Cooler evaporates always. But if... Oops, wait a minute. Cooler evaporates anyways, either way, no matter what you do. Cooler always evaporates. But if you wait during the night, because of this fast time, the engine constantly overheats during the day, so that's the worst mistake too, sleeping in the desert during day. Never sleep during day, always wait until it's dark to sleep too. And turn the engine off. And don't let the cooler boil. If the coolant boils, it also evaporates at an accelerated rate. Just don't let the engine overheat, and it's fine. And don't let the engine run during sleeping, that's all. I haven't found out what happens if you sleep while being attacked by an enemy. Like, if an enemy is like 1 meter away from you, what happens? I've never tried sleeping when an enemy is like on me. There's a guy saying, "I see you," and then he comes at you, and if you sleep when he says, "I see you," if he will run to you faster and attack you and kill you, because a few punches and you're really injured. So if you sleep, you can't really stop the sleeping, so I don't know. Or waiting, rather. Is it called waiting? Falling asleep. No, it's actually sleeping, it's not waiting. I wasn't sure there, but it's actually sleeping. We're not even waiting, we're actually fully sleeping. So yeah, if you stand sleeping with your gun in your hand and you stand there and somebody punches you or a rabbit eats your leg, I wonder what happens. If the animals are removed during sleeping, if they just whoop, they plop away, or if it's like the Elder Scrolls, where sleeping is interrupted. I don't think so. I don't think the game can interrupt sleeping. I think you die. Maybe you find it out one day. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I've also wanted to do a playthrough with the... what's the thing called? A playthrough with the Plymouth Fury muscle car, a Fallout 2 inspired playthrough, because in Fallout 2 you can buy a car, a Corvega Highwayman, that looks like a Plymouth Fury a little bit. It looks like one of them. You can buy a car and use it, and it's a nice playthrough during the post-apocalyptic nuclear desert, or atomic and nuclear radiated desert. But as I said, the cars in this game just don't work. Only the bus works.
The Rubber Woman 2000 comes in all shapes and sizes. You only got half the price.
And also
no
a Fury,
problem.
how to
We
get
can
one.
sell you half the wife.
You could spawn
But
one in
that's
using
right, you
spawning
heard it.
commands, but
If you only have the money for half a rubber wife, we give you half. We give you one without legs. Order now. With the new rubber technology, your rubber wife feels just like your real one did. No talking, no arguing, and her head never hurts. Give it a try. Say your wooden wife a big goodbye. Whoa, it really feels like my old wife did. Of course it does. Rubber Wife 2000 coming in stores near you. Do you have any stores near you? No? Well, you can order one through the phone also. Rubber Wife 2000. Watch out for the cacti.
I'm already thinking about one function I could do. I can use one function, I think, to spawn a car. But I need to... I need the multiplayer built in. I don't have that. And I don't want to bother downloading it. The surprise, I have to remake all my mods and everything. And they are so complicated, I don't even want to. So yeah, I don't even think I have a way to remake the mod. Or, I mean I can remake the mod, but it's gonna take like hours, a few hours to do. Because there's so many complicated things changed. Hopla! Also thought about something else. I've been driving around with this piece of shit for long enough. Can we... Oh yeah, it's getting better colored. I'm gonna leave it at this. It's the second last state of refurbishment. Or well, fuck it, let's go all the way. Fuck it, let's go all the way. Let's make this thing beauty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Look at this.
It is smooth, like your sexy girl's voice. It is the best lube for your car.
The bus is completely
Extra
restored.
virgin car oil. Buy it or find it somewhere. Good for two-stroke engines also.
It's completely restored. Looks really disgusting though. Yeah. But it's okay. Dun, boom, 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 boom. Aye. Hey, what is he doing, dude? Oh, man. Oh no. What a noise. The impulse keeping formula is really working well here. Infinite power. Just infinite energy from spinning. There you go. The physics finally realized that, oh, I should lose energy, but from spinning like this. I shouldn't have infinite energy. What's the fuel saying? Best to stock up back on oil. Should park any further away? Gasoline. Ah, gasoline. We'll take it. A pure gasoline one. This goes right into the cooler. This goes right into the cooler. Too bad you can't write anything on the gas pumps. You should be able to put letters on them, like a G for gas or something. At least E for edibles or something, like water. And G for gas, or D for diesel, or F for fuel or something. It's just so you know. An O for oil or something, you know? Diesel. Alcohol and diesel. Let's put diesel in there, maximum. At most, some diesel. Ah. $280 liters too. Need pure oil, please. Wah! What's with this luck? For real? Usually there's oil everywhere. Huh? I'm coming back for that pure gas as well. Well, okay, don't sprint, just walk. Gute Scheiße. So 60 liters max. 59 is good. Wait, what did I do? Why did I just... I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. I just... 66 is already dangerous. Ooh. I just mixed in the oil with the gas. I thought I looked at the right barrel, but I didn't. So, this is busted already.
Neon Sealed Radio. Wonderful day, my friend.
I want a pure gas.
If you're an ugly person without style, please turn off the radio, okay? That being said, I mean ugly people. I saw a few really, really ugly people today. I mean, they had wheels instead of legs, and they said all kinds of nasty stuff about me.
So people with wheelchairs are ugly for him. So maybe we can get another gas.
Sexy, my man, not at all. And
We can get more gas, maybe.
why do people with trash bodies go to the beach? Why would you want to show your ugly legs and
Come on. Empty.
please work out, eat healthy,
Gas and oil. Alcohol.
like I do. Sexy radio. You have to
Combustible is alcohol is in real life, it's not in the game. I mean, it is combustible, but it doesn't count as fuel. Well... Go into oblivion. Oh, I killed myself. No, 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 why did I do this? Why did it explode? Why did it explode? Why did it explode? I lost everything. No, why did it explode? Oh my god, you saw all the other barrels. I hit everything and it didn't explode. Oh my lord, no. I lost everything. 127 kilometers. Yeah, fuck that. All scratched. 0. We're back to 0. No. Oh no. Yep. Great. Well then. The hell out of here. You too, get the hell out of here. I don't want to see you anymore. But let's do quick maintenance on this thing. Completely drain the oil. Because it was oil and gas mixed together. I don't want that at all. Oh. Something tells me that it wasn't a good idea to go. Oh, yeah, it was not a good idea to take a bucket. Whoever had a good idea to take a bucket. Whoever had the splendid idea of using a freaking bucket. Damn it. There's all the oil gone. Well. Always look on the bright side of life. It's with the cooler. Is the cooler even good? Yeah, it is. Well then. Mansion. Give it a birth. Go away from it.
This is Neon Synth Radio, FM
I think I didn't
98.4.
do it. I didn't manage to get past it.
You know, last night I was out shopping.
Oh,
It was
fuck
easy because
you.
the shop was abandoned. And I bought myself some new pants. No, not steel ones, but tight, hot ones. And they are hot, my man. They make my butt look like shiny, healthy, round apples, you know. Hey, you steel pants guy, bite me.
Yes.
Jennifer, will you stop looking at my ass, please, and play the next song? So next song, coming up.
So, 1823. The road on the right side. Yeah, the pole's on the right side of the road. So who messaged me? God damn it. 開咗十冰淇淋. Okay, it's going forward. Forward, forward, forward. Oh no, I hate this. Wobble bobble. Nee man, gib doch mal das. Gib Gas, give gas. Oh whoa whoa, I saw the road over there in the distance. There it is. Yep. Okay, let's go. 8 kilometers, 9 kilometers so far. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going a little super fast, dude. We're going 300 something. Love it. It's going downhill though a little bit, so. Nice. 6, 7, 8,
Have a
9.
shiny sandy and
Rechner, Speed Calculator. Speed Calculator, there it is. 9.7 seconds for 1,000 meters is 371.
in the
So 360
neon
for
day,
sure.
my friends. This
Well,
is Neon Synth Radio, FM 98.4.
at the speed of this, in 10 hours you could drive
You know,
3,600
today coming to work, I
kilometers.
saw mother with one of those weird-looking, nasty European cars that needs oil.
So at a speed of 360 kilometers per hour, in 10 hours you drive 3,600 kilometers. So technically you could get almost to the end game. Also the rabbit there, just I impacted with the rabbit, nice. So almost the full distance in one day, or in one sitting, in a 10-hour stream. But yeah, I want you to find the energy, or I want anybody to find the energy to do a 10-hour stream. I mean, it's possible. I've done it before. I've done 24-hour streams before, but I just can't these days. As long as we're going 300 kilometers per hour, or 200 something-ish, we can at least make it in a reasonable time. We can make it in 2 10-hour streams or something. You know what I mean. You get a lot of distance. And at 1846. Wow. We got 23 kilometers so far in this time. That's nothing. Some reason the RPM is low, it's locked to 2500. I don't know why it's not accelerating. It's as if the brake was engaged or something, but... No, we're not going up, it's flat land now. It's perfectly flat land right now. Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 seconds, so we're going 360s, 370. We definitely are. For sure, for sure, for sure. I like it. I go into idle for a little bit. Let's slow it down a bit. The wheel nut, the nuts on the wheel can be used very nicely. If we go slower and faster, they start spinning backwards and then forwards and backwards and forwards, and they stand still for some time. That's because of an optical illusion, because they're rotating. So if you see the nuts on the wheels, on the rims, the nuts that hold the rim in place, if they rotate in one direction, and they suddenly move faster in that direction, that means we're still accelerating. Like, we're still accelerating. The speed is stagnating now because they're not spinning much faster. And if I go off the gas, they start rotating slower, then they rotate backwards until the point where they stand still again. They appear to stand still, and then they rotate forwards and backwards again. Yeah. So yeah, you can use anything with a pattern. At high speeds, you can move anything that moves towards you or next to you. You can use anything that moves to create a pattern, because it will appear to stand still. Is that a Doppler effect as well? Why do rims appear to run backwards? If the wheel turns slightly slower, it will appear to turn slowly backwards, because you see each spoke not quite reach the position where a different spoke was in the previous frame. Your brain interprets this as a spoke moving a short way backwards rather than a long way forwards. Yes, it's the wagon wheel effect. Okay. So yeah, as I said, the faster you go, the faster it'll turn to it'll spin in one direction. That's an optical illusion. It is an optical illusion with a fast-moving object. Like rims or nuts on a wheel or something. You can use that with any surface that has a pattern. Also, the snow also works. If the texture starts moving slower, then you know it doesn't accelerate any further, but right now I know that I reached top speed because the texture doesn't move faster towards me. It doesn't start moving faster. There's a few tricks you can use to guesstimate if you move faster or slower, if you're actually picking up speed or not. But it's actually irrelevant. All you need to know is that you're moving forward in the game. You don't need to move. You don't need to have like super knowledge of, oh, I'm moving exactly this fast. It's very helpful to know that I'm moving like 300 or something, but in the end, just drive. Ooh, the graphics card fan is like good. So I kicked out that stupid engine, the Volkswagen one, because still the V8 is the only engine that's usable. Just like the bus is the only vehicle that's usable, the V8 is the only engine that's usable, technically. Well, then that's not right. If you put a V8 on a motorcycle, you have a uncontrollable mess that'll flip and spin and crash a lot. It's not really that true. Ay! The faster you move, the better. Technically. Technically, yes, but practically it's not as easy as that. The vehicle also needs to be controllable in relation to the speed. There's a tanker, but that's not the one we're at. Yeah, it's not the one we're at. Oh my god. I'll tap for a second. Oh my god, why is everybody just messaging me like this? Satan. Oh well, let's go. Excuse me. Oh no. Hey, 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 hey. The weed that I took yesterday made me really sick today, so I'm going to not use it. Wasted $50 on nothing. Good job. I mean, it makes me sick, dude. Been vaping so many times on stream, like what? I'm like, oh shit, I still see I see that cover is still open, what? Why is that cover open? Huh? I mean, it's not like that makes a super difference. Is it that son of a bitch going out? Yeah, slamming the door, yeah. There it is. The neighbor's son is going to his football training. Oh. That's the only thing he can do. He doesn't do homework, he doesn't go to school regularly. He goes to school every other day, every 5 days he goes to school one time. Doesn't do homework, he's playing football inside of the apartment, and then he goes to a football. This is really good. I don't know what's up with that kid. That kid is the kid and the parents are mentally ill. They're all mentally ill. They're slamming the doors, they're slamming the doors, they're slamming everything, they're just making a ton of noise. They're mentally ill, dude. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, he started crying every day. He's like, wah. He doesn't get his will. He's like 10 years old, but he cries like a baby. He's like, wah, wah, like a baby, actually, like an actual baby. I thought that was I thought she had a new baby because all of a sudden I hear these baby noises from upstairs. I'm like, and this guy goes to play football. He makes baby noises but goes to a fucking football club. When you go to a football or sports club, you learn to be a man. You learn to be a man. And this guy's like, he's regressing into baby state. He's like 10 years old and he goes like, I'm upstairs. He's crying like an actual baby. He's crying like an actual toddler. He cries like that, like an actual toddler. When I was 10 or 11, I was going to a football club. I was going not to a football club. I was going to a special bike club. It's bicycles, heavy steel bicycles with steel frames, with heavy steel frames. They have angled long metal or chrome metal grips at the front that point upwards, like devil's horns almost. You grab those and you use the spokes and the front and rear wheel of the bicycle to kick a ball. It's bicycle ball. I can take a look if they actually have that in America. If that's actually existing in America. Bicycle ball. Indoor cycling. Cycle ball. They have it. They actually seem to know it in English. So what I was playing was bicycle ball or cycle ball. I was playing that. And because that's a very hard contact sport, because you ram into each other with, not ram, but you use elbows or slight elbow movement. You know it's illegal, but you still do it. Sometimes you use elbow in your body to make contact with somebody else. It's illegal, but the referee needs to keep the eyes on the ball and, you know, can't always watch what others are doing, so you can make a little bit of physical contact as long as you're not punching or elbowing somebody. You can just nudge somebody with the shoulder or with the bicycle. There was blood every now and then a little bit when somebody got cut by something. You know, there's moving parts on the bicycle or you know, lug nuts and stuff. There's nuts and bolts everywhere, so you can technically injure or at least punch somebody with that accidentally, or injure yourself on your own bike accidentally on the other bike, you know. So I was playing that, and I became a man by playing that shit. Now this guy is playing football, and then he comes back home and then he's like pampered by the parents, like, wow, 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 you're my little baby boy. And this guy's 10 years old and rides a toddler's bicycle too. The ground rule is that when you take your bicycle and you are at the lowest, your pedal is at the lowest point, your knee needs to be bent a tiny little bit or fully stretched. So if you cycle and you put the pedal at the lowest point, and you put your foot on it and sit on the saddle and cycle, or, you know, roll forward and stand still, your leg needs to be stretched through all the way or bent a little bit. If it's stretched all the way and you have to be on your toes, the bicycle is too large for you, or the saddle is too high. If the saddle is in a perfect position and you can't reach it, then the bike is a bit too big. If the wheel is, if your legs or if your knees are angled and heavily angled at all times while cycling, at all rotation cycles of the pedal, if your foot is on the pedal and your knee is always angled, strictly angled, that means the bicycle is too small. And this guy is riding like a toddler on a, he's riding on a toddler bike, like an adult riding on a mini toddler bike. The knees are always bent, and this guy's riding a toddler's bike, basically. The parents don't know nothing about it. That is what happens if you're a parent and you're incompetent in what you're doing. If you don't give a shit about anything and you don't give a shit about learning anything. These idiots are Greeks. They're foreigners. They don't even speak German, and they don't know anything. They don't know when to take the trash out. They don't know when to take the trash, the bio trash out. They always need a reminder, or they don't get it. So they hoard like yellow plastic trash bags, because they forget to put it out in time. And if they put the trash out, then they take 2 days to put the trash bin in. The father comes from work, and he walks past his own trash bin that's on the street, and he leaves it there. The mother goes to work and comes back at 12 o'clock when the trash bins are empty, and she walks past the trash bin. She doesn't bother picking it, she doesn't bother touching it, She leaves it in the road. Instead of taking it and removing it from the road or from the sidewalk, she leaves it there. She goes up into her apartment and starts to smoke and do her daily chores, making a lot of noise, throwing everything around. But she doesn't have the courtesy to take the empty trash cans in. The boss, when he goes to work in 5 o'clock in the morning, he has to take the trash bags out and put them outside because the wife can't do it. And the son is also an invalid. The son also can't do anything. So the mother and the son are both invalids. They can't do anything, apparently. They got 2 healthy legs and arms and they're healthy, and they can't do a fucking thing. Now this little fucking bastard, their son, the only thing he can do is play football. He can't do anything. He can't do homework, he can't go to school, he can't be quiet, he can't behave, he can't say hello. He only can play football. That's the only thing he can. He can play football and cry like a baby. He can wah 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 cry like a baby. That's the only things this bastard, this fucking son of a bitch can do. I actually said that to him once. You're a fucking oros puchuchu. You're a fucking son of a bitch. They're Greeks, so they understand Turkish. I told him that. You're an oros puchuchu. He is a son of a bitch. He's a bitch. He's a son of a bitch. And the boss, the father, is an invalid. A mental invalid. Because he has such an invalid family. Such an incompetent invalid family. They're so fucking... I want them out of Germany. They should be deported. They need to be deported from Germany back to Greece. Go back where you come from. Because they don't deserve to be here. They have no room here. They don't fit in. They're just doing their own bullshit and they don't fit in. They don't understand anything, and they don't bother learning about any of the customs and rules that you need to abide. They don't give a fuck about it. So yeah. This fucking guy just went to his football club and they bought him brand new, really super expensive football shoes. I'm like, what? This guy goes to play football on the grass twice a week at most. He plays and you buy him immediately. Like, is he Ronaldo or what? What is this guy? It's all because they want to brag. They want to brag. Here, money. He drives a BMW too. And they have another car as well, as of late. They have another car they never drive. They have 2 cars, and one of the cars just stands in the parking spot all the time. Is never driven. But it's not his own car. He has to lend his BMW. He has to lend it to everybody else. It's so amazing. Sometimes there's like six fucking foreigners not speaking German who stand outside the window and start yelling like, and then they take off with the car, and the boss has to take the small car. He can't take the BMW, and then 3 days later he gets the BMW back. It's such a fucking... I think there's illegal bullshit involved too. That the vehicle is not registered to the correct person because there's random people using this car for whatever activity ever. So I think there is some tax fraud going on. You can basically have one of your family members has a store or a restaurant or a factory or anything, a company. One of your family members has a company and registers a car onto that company to get tax benefits, tax reductions, and you can buy a super expensive car. You can buy a Porsche and basically rent it for almost no money if you rent it as a company car, a company vehicle. If you rent it or buy it as a company vehicle, you can get a ton of tax reductions. So what people do to scam is they buy or rent a car on a company and then give it to a private person. So you rent or you make a factory or you make a company that doesn't even exist, or you make a company that actually exists, or one of your family members has a company, and you buy a car and they register it as their car but give it to you. That is illegal. That is illegal because the company car is not used as a company car, it's used as a private car for some random person who's not involved. And that's what they're doing. The boss has a restaurant, the father or the relative or the uncle or whatever it is of the boss has a restaurant, And the father drives the BMW that's registered on the restaurant. And he has it as his private car. All day. Every day. That's illegal. Should it be reported to the police? Of course it needs to be reported to the police or the tax commission. It needs to be reported because it's tax fraud, and it is fraud in the heaviest degree. You're scamming the state of money because you want to look rich, but you don't even have the money to afford it. You don't even have the money and the means to afford it. You don't have any means or money to afford this. So you're tax scamming. You're a fraud. You're scamming. You're a fraud. You know? So yesterday, 2 hours outside, the boss is like outside, 2 hours, like one of the uncles or whatever is outside, blah 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 blah, on the street. For 2 hours on the street, blah 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 blah. And then suddenly they take off with the car. He throws the keys down out of the window. He throws the keys out of the window, and then the others take the car and leave. I'm like, what are you fucking doing, man? It's crazy. It's so insane, dude. It's so insane. What I have to see and what I have to bear in my life is undescribable. What kind of bullshit I have to deal with. A 10, 11-year-old guy who's crying like a baby. But when he goes to a football club, he suddenly wants to act like a man. It's fucking amazing. This fucking faggot, this little faggot. What a douchebag. He's a sissy, a little twink, that's what he is. Cries like a baby. He cries like an actual baby. But when he goes out for playing football, he wants to act tough. He wants to be the tough footballer. Yeah, I'm Ronaldo. Fucking, he's nothing. That guy's nothing. That guy's mentally a baby. And the sad thing is when I played this cycle ball, you know what my boss, my trainer, the chief, you know what the chief was behind? He was asking, are you doing homework? Because I was like 15, 16, I was in the end days of the school. I was like 16 at the end, and I was there till from 10 to 16 or longer. I was there like from 9 to 16. I was like from child age. I was on the bicycle. I was there from child age. So my chief, the trainer, he was behind everything. He would ask you, are you doing your homework? Is everything going alright at school? Are you behaving for your parents? Are you doing good? He was asking everybody like that. He was always like, super connected with everybody. He was like, are you guys doing your homework? Are you guys behaving in school? Oh, I heard from your mother you did do a blah blah blah. He was like that. And then he took somebody to side. He went like outside with the person. He went with a kid, like a little kid. He's like, well, with kids, he goes like, oh, I heard that you had a fight with your teacher, or we had a fight with your classmate. I heard from your mother that the teacher reprimanded you. And then he went, let's go outside, you know. And then they talked about it, so nobody else hears it. So in private, they talked about it. He was like, where he still lives. So he still is organized like that. This guy's really cool, or he was really cool. He was really cool. And if you cry like a baby and your mom is like upset with it, she would technically say that, or practically she would say that to him, and then he would take you to the side. He would be like, why are you crying like a baby, dude? Well, what's wrong? Tell me, what's wrong? What happened with you? Why are you crying like a baby? Your mom is like really upset that you're behaving like a baby. Why are you a man or what? That's what he would say too. He would say, what? Why are you crying? Are you a man or what? You cried because you couldn't hit the ball. You know, you were playing cycle ball and you couldn't hit the ball, and somebody starts crying. You would be like, "What are you crying? What's the sense? What's the sense with crying there? Why are you crying? Are you a man or what? Do you want to be a man or what?" So he was like that, and he is still. He is like that. So he would be like, "What are you doing? Why are you crying for that? Why are you crying about that? What is wrong? Fucking play the ball." He wouldn't say fucking, you know, he wouldn't say that, but he would say, "Just play the ball. Just play the ball. Just play. What are you doing?" And the others would laugh at you too. The other kids would laugh at you too. That's what the kids and this little faggot is missing. That's what the neighbor's son is missing. Somebody laughing at him if he doesn't behave, you know? If he's like a baby. What do you do during football training? You don't hit the ball? Nobody passes the ball to you? Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry like a baby? Everybody will laugh at you. That's what this guy needs. Somebody laughing at him. You know. I was like that when I was a kid, and I was like, somebody impacted with me a bit too hard during play, during the play. Somebody impacted with me during the game. And I was like, "Oh, it hurts." And then the chief was literally like, what are you crying about? Does it hurt that much? You're really injured? Let me see." Then he looked, like, just as an excuse. He looked and then he said, like, "There's nothing. I don't see nothing. Stop crying. Come on, play. We still have 10 minutes for this half to go. We have still 10 minutes for the half to go." He was like, "Come on, stop crying." And also the other kids were also like that. Some were laughing and the others were like, "Come on, man, we need to finish the game." And the partner, you always have two. You're two. Like, you're not alone. You don't play the game alone. It's like two people, 2 versus 2 or 5 versus 5. And when it was 2 versus 2 with your partner that you were assigned, the partner was like, "Come on, man." And that's how I learned, like, partner being upset, other people being upset, you know, everybody's like, "Oh man, come on, man. Finish the game, come on, man. We need to finish, dude. I want to go home, dude. Come on, man." You know. So yeah. But this guy and these kids in football and everything today, they're so pampered. It's like, they're like babies. Nobody's working or playing there anymore. Nobody's playing seriously. They're all pampered babies. Football is pampered babies. That this guy is not reprimanded for being and acting and crying like a baby, and that he's allowed, and that he does that at home is like, it says everything. When I was in the cycle ball club, I learned that, you know, you need to solve your issues differently, not just fucking sit and cry like a baby and throw a tantrum to your mom. No. You need to solve your issues differently. You need to become a man. So, yeah. I think this football chief is also a twink or something. He's also a twink or a sissy. The chief's also a fucking sissy. The coach, not the chief. The coach is also a sissy, because he obviously can't tell these kids to become men and grow up. But they also have a girls' football team, so that's the big difference. We had in the cycle ball club that I was, the families that ran it. The husband was the trainer for the boys, for the cycle ball club, and the wife was the trainer for the girls' acrobatics, bicycle acrobatics. So the girls were bicycle acrobatics, and they were playing bicycle polo, like with a horse, but instead with a horse you play it with a bike, with a bicycle. And that was like a weak girls' sport. That was like a girly sport. So the girls were doing that, and the boys were playing that. The girls were playing sports, like contact sport, and the girls were playing their polo sport, or doing their acrobatics, their bicycle acrobatics. So, yeah. These days you have like trainers, mixed places. Like you have a girl football and a boy football. What is that even about? What is that even about? Just waiting for a trans football team in there. It's crazy. So naturally, this kid is going to be pampered by the coach and by the family, by his own family as well, because there's girls everywhere, and it's so acceptable. Boys don't need to be men anymore. Boys can be anything they want. They don't need to be men anymore. This is how the country falls down. This is how the country degrades. This is how the country is ruined. Everybody's treated like sissies and twinks. We have a country of twinks. We're growing a generation of twinks and sissies and cucked men, cuckold men who can't stand up for themselves anymore because the women and everybody, the politics and everybody dictates something. So yeah. I really regret that I have to live in Germany because I don't have the money to move. I want to read something up. Als EU-Rentner ins Ausland. Kann ich mit einer Erwerbsminus... When you move as a... If you move as a pensioner into a different country, the things comes with you. That's interesting. Okay. If you move into a land into the European Union, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway or Switzerland, you get the full pension. So technically I can move to fucking Poland. I can technically move to Poland and live there. Wow. I just realized that. I can technically move to Poland or any other country in the EU. Any country that's part of the EU and get my pension. I can get my full money. I just realized. Yeah, I need to debate this with my parents. Katowice, Krakow, 361 euros. Ooh. Lodz, 365 euros, 280 euros. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm looking into this. I'm looking into moving into a different country. I'm looking into this. I'm looking into that. I don't want to fucking live in I don't want to fucking live in Germany anymore. Fuck that. I'm gonna look into a better country. I'm gonna look what I can do. Fuck that. I'm looking into that. But that takes that'll take a ton of time. But yeah, fuck this. These fucking pansies here. These fucking twinks everywhere. I'm not gonna stay in this country. If it's possible. I need to look into it, as I said. I need to look into it so I can see. I don't want to say right now, I'm gonna move, and then boom, it's not possible. I need to have a 100% foolproof, or proof, 100% proof idea. There it is. Undoubtedly the best song in the fucking playlist. So I'm not gonna say I'm moving, but I'm looking into it. That's what I said. Fuck this Germany, dude. Fucking fuck. Fucking twinks and sissies everywhere. And foreigners everywhere. Fucking foreigners that don't speak German. In my country. In my country. And it's not hard to learn Polish too. If I can learn Japanese, I can learn... If I can learn English, Russian, Japanese, Spanish, then I can learn Polish too. Fuck it. Dobra dien. Wopla. Ah, see, already speaking Polish. Or Russian. It's in both languages. Wopla. 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 Best music to drive right now. I'm trying to brake, but the brakes are not working. There we go. It's getting bouncy, the terrain. (1983). Hey, 1984, my birth year. Yay. My birth year, 1984, my friend. Oh no, oh no, oh no. No. Let's make... I'm not gonna skip the night. If I skip the night, the music's gonna stop. was that? Amazing how well the brakes work in this game. Not at all. I'm being sarcastic. Fantastisch. Oh, it's a bus. Okay, never mind. $17.30. It's $5.30. Get up. Let's go.
Shine on like a disco ball, my friends. This is Shane, who is not profane. I was thinking about going shopping today when I realized all of my favorite shops burned down a while ago. I was hungry and I thought to myself, wow, I need a Vegemite sandwich. Then I realized I'm not in Australia. Oh
Duh.
well, back to eating some bugs. Bye, my friends.
Lots of hugs. Oh god, that stupid song.
If you have a dirty old car and you want to make it look better, jizz on it. Try our new product, the Jizz on It car polish. You just grab it with your hands, pull on it a few times, and boom, you already got some jizz on it. With our new powerful product, cleaning and making your car shiny is as easy as a breeze. It protects from rain, acid rain, volcanic ashes, atomic ashes. Hell, it even protects against terrorism. Jizz on it. If there is something wrong with it, just jizz on it.
But I just had to look at something. That was weird. The moderators in the Discord that I'm at, they were like watching as people were like bashing each other's heads in almost with fucking Nazi propaganda and anti-Nazi propaganda. It was weird. Or anti-Nazi. Like there was like leftists banging and calling everybody Nazi, and I was like, what the fuck? This is a server for dope heads. This is like a server for people smoking weed.
Radio.
Where's this Nazi shit coming from all of a sudden?
There is
Why is this all of a sudden political?
My friends. Well, not really. I am much hotter than that. Last week we had a caller that said I sound like the guy from that shitty Steel Pants radio, but seriously, how can you say something like that? I mean, that dude is a douchebag and he has serious personality disorders or bipolar or bisexual stuff, or I don't know. And he even works alone because everyone hates him. I have so much co-workers and he has, guess what? None. Neon Synth Radio, FM 98.4. Some weather forecast for you guys. Mostly the weather will be sunny, just like my life and yours. Let's make it even better with one of my favorite songs. Jennifer, hit it. Neon Synth Radio, FM 98.4.
Nice. Out of nowhere, just driving straight, and all of a sudden the vehicle just hits invisible borders and clips into the terrain and flips. I like the pulse upkeep formula. It's really well made in this game. Not! A bus like this would flip 2 times and then come to a halt, even if it goes like 300 kilometers per hour. Because it's a heavy mass, and if it impacts the ground, it creates a heavy it doesn't create a heavy recoil. If it impacts with snow or something, the snow absorbs. The heavier the impact, the more energy is absorbed. That's how snow and sand and soil works. It's not like concrete or rubber, where a certain impulse is repeated and amplified. It's a soft surface that absorbs. So the heavier the impact, the more energy is absorbed more violently. That's why bullets shatter when you shoot them into water. The bigger the bullets are, the more chance they have to shatter when you shoot them into water. So a big, fast-moving bullet shatters when shot into water, especially at certain angles. And the same with soil and shit. When if you shoot it into a solid, the bullet deforms or shatters because the energy is absorbed more violently, and more energy is more rapidly absorbed the faster the object moves, and the heavier and the more impulse, the more mass and energy it has. So this bus in real life would only flip like once and then come to a halt, and in this game it flips infinitely.
Live in the apocalypse? Yeah.
In this game the vehicle just flips, and doesn't come to a stop. In real life it would just instantly stop after one impact, because the soil, the snow, the sand, even the tarmac would deform and absorb 90% of the energy in one impact. But in this game there's like 1 milli% of energy absorbed. That's why the vehicles flip infinitely. Nothing there. Nothing here.
Please, order now. With the new rubber technology, your rubber wife feels just like your real one did. No talking, no arguing, and her head never hurts. Give it a try. Say your wooden wife a big goodbye. Whoa, it really feels like my old wife did. Of course it does. Rubber Wife 2000 coming in stores near you. Do you have any stores near you? No? Well, you can order one through the phone also. Rubber Wife 2000. Watch out for the cacti.
Excuse me. Okay, they have calmed down. The people who have been calling others Nazi have been dealt with. Everything is good. I'm like so confused. Like I learned, or I learned that stoners are chill people, and they are getting more and more unchill. I'm like, what? They're getting more and more unchilled and stupid. Like, yeah, stoners are supposed to be easygoing, chill people, and these people are just boom. They escalate like, oof. They have no chill at all. They go like escalation process 100. It's crazy. Stupid engine.
Radio. Have a wonderful day, my friends. I forgot to tell you before that only girls and boys with sexy bodies can listen to this radio station. If you're an ugly person without style, please turn off the radio now, okay?
Vittu saatanan, vittu.
That being said, I mean ugly people. I saw a few really ugly people today. I mean, they had wheels instead of legs, and they said all kinds of nasty stuff about me. I had to run like hell. One of them followed me here to the studio. Seriously, what are those things? Not exactly sexy, my man, not at all. And speaking of not exactly sexy, why do people with trash bodies go to the beach? I mean, why would you want to show your veiny, ugly legs and fat bellies? This is just nasty. Please work out, eat healthy, and look good. Maybe then you will have a sexy ass like I do. Neon Sexy Radio. You have to look good while you're listening to us. If not, then make like a tree and get out of here.
Okay, I'm starting to fight with this guy now. I need to be quiet now, otherwise I'm gonna get timed out too. I need to shut up before I get timed out too. Or banned. Chill a bit. Where's the road going? Am I missing the road? Holy shit, I thought it was in the distance with them, Oh my god. Also, I thought the bus has all-wheel drive, but it doesn't. Oh, nice. Kickflip. It has only a rear-wheel drive.
If you have a rusty old car and you need some oil, use the extra virgin car oil. Available anywhere in the desert. It is smooth like
I mean, naturally, a bus has rear-wheel drive. Or all-wheel.
extra virgin car oil. Buy it or find it somewhere. Good for two-stroke engines also.
Wow. 2,000 kilometers. I didn't even watch it. 2023. Yay. Boy. Soon halfway there. Take the shortcut. Got the package. Hopla. 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 See, the fuel was down from 280 to 240 earlier, which means it, you know, uses fuel, but the fuel indicator is stuck, it stays still. So what that means to us is that the fuel indicator doesn't move, so it stands still, so it is, as I said, indicating and calibrated to the old car, or to the original car that it belongs to. Boom, baby. I'm debating getting a bus instruments, like the bus head instruments. Oh my god. Nice pop shove it or whatever this trick is supposed to be. See, this is what I mean. This is not how physics work. You don't impact and then get flung forward. Not as a fucking heavy bus hitting soil and snow, or even tarmac. You don't get flung infinitely. There is a certain impulse that you keep, and there's a certain impulse you transfer to the surface you impact with. Game doesn't recognize that. There is no impulse transfer, only impulse keeping. So the impulse keeping formula is completely irrelevant. that makes this math so bad, or this formula for physics calculation that he uses is so bad. Because there is no pulse transfer, only pulse keeping. So the force and the momentum and the energy, basically, the energy in the object is constantly kept and not transferred to the surface. So the energy is not lost. It just randomly loses it once you get back on all wheels. There's a random physics update after like 10 seconds of flipping that first checks, oh, I should lose some energy, and then suddenly it loses energy. You can see that suddenly the vehicle, all of a sudden it stops flipping. Yeah, beautiful. Sometimes it happens like in hitting an invisible wall. When you hit an invisible wall, that's the same thing. It's the script saying, hey, you should lose the energy, and then suddenly you lose all the energy. That's not how physics works. But okay, the game thinks differently. Who am I to disagree? So. Oh no. Ooh, wow, I missed that pole by an inch. See, that was an invisible wall. Saw that?
Synth Radio. FM 98.4.
Beautiful.
Have a neon day, my friends. I don't know why, but today I'm just in a good mood. Maybe because of you guys, although I'm not really sure how many of you are listening. Seriously, how many of you are still alive? If someone is out there, please call us. Please. I've heard that the Steel Pants radio
Oh, let's
receives a lot
drive.
more
I was gonna
callers,
skip the
and
night,
we
but
want
let's
to
fucking
beat
drive.
them
Don't
if
matter.
we can. So please hurry up. What is this, a caller? Hello, sir. How are you doing? Hey, I'm Shane from Steel Pants. You know, I had it with you guys always mocking us. Please cut it out, okay? I'm Shane too. Why do you pick the same name as me? How unoriginal. Shut up, you little pansy, or I find you and beat you to a pulp. See, this is why our radio is much more friendly than yours. You rockers are so aggressive. How rude. Whatever,
How
bye
rude.
now, you little moron. Neon Synth Radio. We don't care about Steel Pants. FM 98.4.
So I'm gonna save the game and I'm gonna do some math experiments and I'll be back in a bit. 200 kilometers driven. Beautiful. I'll be back.